According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ask you to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. Oh, he cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, she the prophets. So I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no losses. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, right. But that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Any man give his life for YAHANNA, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. It's all about that warfare, boy. Back up. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take breath. My soldiers take breath. Let them stand down. Take breath. My soldiers take breath. Tell them stand down. Take breath. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit the prayer up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race that made merchandise out of buy bills. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take ground. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth. Nigga, cool y'all. Go to grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grip. Back up. Give grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that means? Fall on his ass. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to grip, 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 go to grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Get grip, get grip, get grip, back up, get grip, get grip, get grip, back up, get grip, get grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip, 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 take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. This obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king in the angels be ready to rap, cracking the sky. Nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show. We could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found. The time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid. Shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominence. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group fines for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Apollos, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been the proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going them off Patron and premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modify the chopper. The war heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas spin like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Clap it up. Shalom, shalom. All right, this is I.S.U.P.K. Welcome to our scripture breakdown. I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K. started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, 1969. I.S.U.P.K. today, under commanding General I.S.U.P.K. today is run by commanding General YAHANNA. I want to say Yahweh Basham Yahushai Barakatah to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar Ailatan Basham Yahushai to the sisters. Welcome to our Sunday afternoon scripture breakdown class. Looking at, what's happening in Jamaica right about now. Last week, just 8 days now, you have had a incident, whether an attack on some people's life in Clarendon. 17 shot, 8 unalived. But you hear talks, you hear some talks, you hear about you hear talks like the Prime Minister and I think the police, head of the police make a talk. The shooters prepare to meet the judge or their maker. But first of all, we here in UPK, we're not taking any sides. We can't take any sides. But we have to really split the justice. Because the reality is, you know, the men who pull it, those who pull the trigger, these guns are not sold in Jamaica. And again, I keep saying why the authorities can't stop these guns from entering the island. That's one. Two, they also talk about, you know, down here, they're too wicked, especially those who migrated abroad. Keep saying things like, you don't saying that don't you don't want they're no wicked and blah blah blah. Then again, those who squeeze the trigger, many of them never travel. The guns are not sold in Jamaica, so the guns come down to them. So many of you who traveling and who decide to live abroad, I've never heard none of you who travel say things like you know, you never cast the demon out of the persons who like you, who has traveled or who have migrated. You know, you never chastise them. You chastise who is back at home. Which way is you see man people who travel abroad, you send the guns down here, you know. But I've never heard anybody say, you people who migrating from Jamaica, who not too wicked, who not keep on send back guns to Jamaica. We never hear that. Whether for this incident or any incident before, we have never heard that. And that is the case. Those who pull the trigger, they never go abroad, go buy the guns themselves. They are being influenced. You know? They are being influenced by the haves. And the thing is, we back home here, you know, we are left to pick up the broken pieces. It's just like when the CIA the CIA intervention in the 70s coming up to the 80s, which by far, that's where it began, and that's the legacy. They leave a legacy of crime and violence on Jamaica. Would never hear anybody blame them. That's again. The person who is always blamed, of course, is the one who is always pulling the trigger. But how you going to rehabilitate these youth? Because those who pulling the trigger is really young people. How you rehabilitate them? What plan the government have to rehabilitate these men? Clearly, they need rehabilitation, right? But how you rehabilitate them? What's the plan for rehabilitation? What's the plan to... All right, they were brainwashed in believing that, you know, crime is the way out. Well, certain crimes, killing is the way out. How do you now unbrainwash them to see life another way? And we're in a situation where our authorities seem to believe that you don't have to do such thing. But the reality is, it's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse. We have never had them kind of mass. The only places right now who doing worse in any one killing is those countries that are at war, which is why I choose the topic the way we choose it. Battlefield Jamaica. This is indeed a battlefield. that is happening here, that is taking place here in Jamaica. We are running on a battlefield. And what is causing us to be at war with each other? Why are we at war with each other? Why, as our oppressor, and you can see that it's the influence of others, you know. We're not killing other races, we're killing ourselves. Right? In the 70s, when the CIA intervention, there was no intervention. They were teaching these young men at that time to analyze people of other races who were in the opposition party at the time. The parties that are opposing each other. And both parties are people of other races. But they were not being trained or taught to analyze people of other races. They were taught to analyze people who look just like themselves. And who were them taught, and the thing is, they were taught so by persons who did not look like them. So don't tell me that, you know, what is happening is just wicked the people and wicked. Prior to these interventions, these things never used to happen. So why is it that these things has happened only when the seed was sown, and why is it continuing after the seed is being sown? Because you sow the seed. So obviously it's continuing, the germination is still going on. You can on 36, yeah, shalom to you too. Yeah. And you will call yourself African warrior, you know. Your time coming up, man. Don't worry yourself. Another time for you. Right now we're trying to heal ourselves, our people. You can go and believe that your people is African. Whatever you want to believe. The problem is there is a problem with our people. And the problem comes from, first, the lies that were told to them, that's one. And two, the wickedness that has been taught to our people. I can't deny the fact that wickedness has been taught to our people. Right? And the thing is, it's been done subtly. And it's got to be subtle because you who are doing it don't see it. You who are criticizing those who are pulling the trigger, you don't see it either. As far as you're concerned, you know, America is this big, lovely place. Though they could not do such evil. But is that true? Is it a case where we can say they didn't do it? All right. You have one website named CIA.gov. So guess what? This is obviously a CIA website. CIA.gov. www.cia.gov. I don't think that's a private site. That's not a private site. We're going to read something from CIA.gov. We have several articles on that site about the wickedness that was planted on Jamaica with the aim to destabilize the government. And the destabilization effort was not small. It was large. And after destabilizing, what are they pushing on us now? Not necessarily through the CIA, but they use the banking institution and push on you now the gay agenda. So then teach of a thief, sorry, not steal, because what the CIA thought was not They didn't teach you to steal, they teach you to murder. CIA teach our men, our people to murder. And now you have the same oppressors teaching our people to be LGBT people. Either to be gays, lesbians, or you know, are you now can't call yourself once a man or once a woman? Talk about trans, you know. So these are what our people are faced with right about now. How is it that you going to change these people? All these people who run up their mouth and talk about, we are African, man, we are this. We say we are not African, and we prove it in the ISUPK and the Commanding General Order. We prove it. I will show you what we are, which set of people we are, because that land that they are fighting for is really our land. But you never hear it about the true owners of the land go there and say we're going to, in any way, form any militia or anything to form any militias or anything to take back that land. Never. So you take the land and you're still trying to destroy us. It's like you want to wipe us off. It's like there's an agenda to wipe us off fully. Many of our own people don't see it. And these are the races that are amongst us here in Jamaica. You don't see it. As far as they're concerned, we know black man wicked. And we know black man this and we know black man that. But many of you other races need to remember that, yeah, you use the same black man to sell drugs, which is ganja and probably cocaine. You use the same black man to do transshipment. That's no wicked. When you do these things, you know, you need, after a while, you need shutters, what you call them in Jamaica, we say shutters. So you know further, when you teach them to be shutters now, how do you unteach them? Many of our people who became, who changed their lifestyle, it's really them have to find a way and change their lifestyle. You know? You never have a program by the same state who sided with the CIA to bring in murder in Jamaica, make it one of the #1 crime in Jamaica. And you believe, you trust me, the other parishes look and say Clarendon this and Clarendon that. There was a time when Clarendon used to look and say Kingston this and Kingston that. Guess what? Kingston is quiet now. Clarendon gonna be quiet too. And the next parish is going to take it up. Is that what we want to see? No. So why we can press our leaders to find a more sustainable solution to crime? The country needs a more sustainable solution, right? I mean, many of you might not believe what we teach in terms of Bible, you know. But that no means that you have to be wicked for not believing. Those who don't believe what we teach are not wicked. Because we don't have any ones in this side that is doing them kind of murders there. Or what's the word now? Watering or accommodating them kind of murders or things like that. Not on this side. Believe it or not, many of them man there who pull the trigger and think are Christian them. When they decide to put on the gun, what them do? Oh, me are Christian. They go in the church, blah blah blah. Right? Yeah, few of them many of them that's where they go, right back in the church, because they rule from Christian principles. them and them four parents, you know, the immediate mother and father and grandparents were taught that the laws are done away with. If the laws doesn't matter, then if the laws of God don't matter, we must stop throw bad name upon Jamaica then, because it means that crime is acceptable, that murder is acceptable, because the laws are done away with. But subconsciously, you all know that the laws are not done away with. That is why you feel so bad when these crimes happen. Right? Now, we know from beginning here in the I.S.U.P.K. that the laws are not done away with. That's why we feel so terrible when we see our people get when we see our people get into these kind of atrocities, right? Yeah, man, and many of you pushing Rasta for your but I mean, come here about one Rastas. We are not Rastas, and we don't say I.S.U.P.K. And I think you know that you're just trying to be seen, Mr. Mike. Well, anyway, and with the program, you know, our scriptures tell us not to envy the oppressor. There's so many things our scriptures tell us that if we should follow, we would not be in the predicament that we are in. All right, so Proverbs 3:31 tell you, don't envy your oppressor. Go right there. I'm going to say 21 or 31. I think it's 31. Proverbs 3:31. Proverbs 3:21 tell us, envy not the oppressor, choose none of his ways. Now, if you really study Europe, you know, Europe is a war-fight place, you know. World War I, World War II. You check going up precursor to World War I or World War II. Europe always have wars. They are very clannish. They had wars, they have murders. And guess what? They have find a way now to teach it to our people so that we now have murders. Right? Remember, I know there was a time when England had so many prisoners that they have to start transport them to Australia and build Australia as a prison state. But why our government not trying? I don't think they're even trying to find a sustainable solution to crime. I keep on trying to remember, and I can't pick up any instance where there was any what you call it again? Actor murders. The most I think we ever had done one time, probably 5. Where? We never have 8 murders in Kingston. Not in one shootout. Not in one shooting. As a matter of fact, 8 is the ones that were unalive. It's 17. 17 that was injured out of the 17. As a matter of fact, it's more than 8 that died. And as it happened, they find men who they think were involved in the shooting and unalive them. But I think it wouldn't be better to bring these men in and question them. Unless you already know where it's coming from. But wouldn't it be better to bring these men, bring them in and question them? No intel, you don't want any intel. Is it that you already know where this is coming from, so you don't need to ask them any question? The reality is, we have a rotten system, and who is left to pick up? Who is left with the rat? The regular youth, young black men, is left with the rat. And those of you who travel abroad and want to come back home and talk, oh, too wicked down a yard and blah, blah, blah. You keep forgetting that is Uno over there send the guns come out here. The guns it's not made in Jamaica. The bullet is not made in Jamaica. Is Uno same one to migrate dirty in the backyard, throwing down the dirt on the yard. And then you see one talk now that Uno to wicked back home and thing. Is Uno do it? And who get in the blame? Young men in Jamaica who many of them can't even find a night dinner. That's the way it is. But anyway, what to CIA article, we're can't finish this, can't do anything without what CIA used to do. Right, this is CIA.gov. All right, let me see now. I want to move. Damn. I've been talking for a long. All right. So this article now is that which the CIA put out on their site, published by some other. They have intelligent. Hey, one thing with them doing, it's when they come and do foolishness amongst you. After a while, they release the document. They release the document and say, "All right, this is what we did with these people. This is how we messed them up." Right? So, I mean, they state now that the covert action July 1980 Kingston, Jamaica, an intelligent watchdog project claims the CIA is actively trying to undermine this island's government and on a scale reminiscent of foreign intervention in Chile, which resulted in the deposition of the Chile leader at the time, who was Salvador Allende's ouster in 1973. In other words, you talk about democracy. I said the people have the right to choose a leader. But and yet still when they choose a leader that is not in line with what the West, what's the proper word now? With the Western agenda. It's agenda, but the word to use is really, what's the word again?
The status quo.
No, not the status quo.
Ideology.
Oh gosh. Ideology is a good word to use, but there's a word that you use which you would describe, that it would describe the Russians' way of thinking.
Salakia, sir.
I did a class on the name of it.
The Russian way of thinking, is it the same thing like when them try say it's Marxist or something like that?
Yeah, man, but there's a word that they use that describe a country's ideology and when they are able to push it on other people. And that word that
communism.
No, man.
Okay, slack.
It's not only communism. Communism is not the only ideology out there. India have their way of thinking too. Right? But let's go, that word will come back. Let's go with ideology. You put in a government in your country and the government said, you know, we don't see things the Western ideology way. Remember, you know, you tell the people themselves, vote for who them want. When they put such a person in such a government in place, you now feel, say, hegemony is the word I'm searching for. Hegemony. When you think that the government in power is not following your hegemony, then what do? You take them out. Is it hegemony do? What hegemony mean again?
Salakia, let me Google it, sir.
So they did it in Chile. Then in Jamaica now they said, we don't like how the government moving at that time. They think they're going communist. And then you use CIA thing there to get them out. The Covert Action Information Bulletin, a London-based publication, writes, we have conducted an extensive and exhaustive investigation into U.S. diplomatic personnel stationed in Jamaica and have informed that the CIA presence here is on the rise. So CIA was on the rise. Presence was on the rise in Jamaica. All right, scroll down.
So like yes, sir. May I have hegemony? Yeah, man. Leadership or dominance, especially by one state or social group over others.
Right. That's the word. Hegemony. So when you have that influence over others to think your way, that is the hegemony. So you have Russian, you have the West Russian hegemony. In Revelation, when they tell you about the beast, whichever beast with head, then there's a beast with, I think, 7 heads, I think. That is 7 different hegemony. Yeah. The Spanish had theirs, the French, the Germans, and the German never last long. The Italians under Rome and the Grecians are up theirs as well. Right? And guess what? America don't have their own hegemony. America follow England, the English hegemony. The English were dominance of thinking. America in Revelation is described as a horn, which is what they are. What does an animal use a horn to do? Fight. That's America. It means the guardian for Europe, isn't it? And for the Israelis, them they know. All right? So many of our people went into slavery after 70 AD. Many of them found themselves on the west coast of Africa, which is why them start to say we are Africans. Many of us came here and they don't even tell you this part, you know. What was it? Over 15,000 who came from Scotland.
I don't remember figures, but you know what I mean, it was a lot.
Yeah, I think it was 13,000 or more. Probably somewhere between 13 to 15,000 came here. So do the maths. Slavery, you bring 13,000 people from Scotland. What do you think that population offspring is like today? Thousands, couple 100,000 too. Probably half the population, yeah.
I don't remember the book. I think it's Memoirs of the Jacobites. I might be wrong about the specific book, but there were so many of the names that you have here in Jamaica today.
Hold on. Before you continue, may I hear the mic vibrate?
Okay, all right. Cancel. I have to fix it then. Select it.
Now waiting, so that's be quick and come.
Can.
Go out and fix it. All right, so many of our people came from elsewhere outside of Africa, Scotland, from Wales, and from Ireland. It wasn't only the white Irish. There are many blacks were in Ireland, you know. Many blacks were on the side of Russia, Romania, and them, which is why around that side, them up until today, them still have the Black Christ. And now you hear Ukraine under them stooge leader right now. You know, they want to go through the churches in Romania and put in the white Christ. So you know, they're changing from the Russian hegemony to the Western hegemony now. So I mean, you rather follow a hegemony which because it's giving you more money. I mean, you don't really believe in God. You don't believe in God, man. You don't believe in Christ. So, yeah, you remember what you were saying now?
Can. Oh, my son.
Much better.
Can one country. All right. There some of the names that, you know what I mean, our people have here in Jamaica.
Right.
It came from England, not from slave masters, you know. But it was names that, you know what I mean, the Jacobites had, like Anderson, even Robinson, Smith, many other sons. Yeah. Zane, a lot of the names them. There's this popular one. I can't remember it now, but a lot of the names that our
Brown.
people today,
Brown.
even from slave masters, sir. Salakia.
Yeah. They came here with the names. So, I don't know. Maybe there was some agreement, because these thousands of Scottish men that they brought out here, they were not poor Scottish men. They were taken from rulership. They were taken from rulership. They were taken from being skilled craftsmen and placed into slavery. Because Europe was changing the face of the Western world. You know, putting up the white Christ, taking down the black rulers. And all this happened because at that time, we were looking at many of the whites and saying, they are good white men, man. We can teach them rulership. Because they were coming from a time when Rome fell and they were in the Caucasus Mountain. And they were coming back into rulership now. Coming back into civilization. And we sorry for them now and take them into our affairs. Just like how we take in them in, look at the music in America, the hip-hop music. You take them into your music and look what happens. They now use the music to get you to kill each other. Right? I don't know if it's a similar thing in Jamaica, probably. Which is why I know that they have suppressed dancehall and reggae music because of the homosexual agenda. There was a time when they used to say the dancehall caused the violence. So now that they have suppressed the dancehall and you have 8 unalive in one night, what you blame now? What are you going to blame? Are you going to blame are you going to blame the I don't even know, because you can't blame dancehall again.
So lucky, sir. To add to your point, sir. What you say about them being behind dancehall as well, there's them really have them hand in a dancehall music. Because many of the producers today, that the famous ones, are really devils, and we trace back them lineage. It ties to some rich oppressors. You know what I mean?
From slavery.
Vibes
Cartel out and Vibes Cartel sign up to do some big show in December. Who him sign it with?
With a devil.
So the same dancehall you were criticizing that is causing people to this and people to that, because you want to take it away. Now you suppress it. But what is happening now? You're having the parties and the plantations. You're having the parties in areas now outside of the ghetto. First time the dancehall was in the ghetto. So you take the parties outside of the ghetto now. It's the same music. Yeah.
And you call a time where dancehall, because I hear my parents, grandparents talk about reggae and dancehall. There was no violence in dancehall.
There was no violence. All the violence came in Jamaica in the late 70s
The
to
place that you
80s.
go to enjoy yourself and you go home. But I think where it really started, the undermining really started, you find that the shootings at the dance hall, and then they start to publicize it like, it's not safe for you to be out at dance hall anymore. And then from that, they change the whole face of dance hall, even the very setting of dance hall. So it's a really
These
an
were,
undermining approach.
you're right, and these were intimidation tactics used in times when election was close by. Our election would have been already called.
Right.
But election is somewhere in the year. So I'm wondering now, this 8 thing, what it have to do with the election coming up. Because that election coming up is a very decisive election in the sense that whoever win that election might be whoever formed the government after that election should be the government who is going to lead Jamaica into a republic.
Okay, can.
Now, my question is this. All right, Vybz Kartel free because his case went to the Privy Council. Is the Privy Council look back and say, you made this mistake, you did this, you shouldn't have done these things. So you either have a leg of the man or go back to a retrial. They come back now to the Supreme Court to decide if they should have a retrial or whatever. Now, well, in my mind, they make a sensible decision in letting him go, because if you didn't let him go, you will have a case of cartel sick, You can see that cartel sick, as influential as he is coming out of prison, he's sick. And I realize that what they do most time in the West here, when they release persons who they release before the time that they give them, is generally because of health. But cartel one kind of sticky still, because cartel case couldn't go to a retrial because it's been all out there in the news media. You can't find a jury, anybody to put on jury now who is not familiar with Vybz Kartel case.
Right.
We're going to another country, which you can't do. That's unconstitutional. Now, say that to say this. It was the Privy Council who made that decision. So it come to all our courts, and they didn't see the mistake. So when we go Republic, I have access to the Privy Council, who is now able to look without bias, because that is the important part in judgment, without bias. Which court is going to be able to look at cases in Jamaica without bias? Which court you must have? If you set up Caribbean Court of Justice, you're going to have judges from Jamaica on it. Nothing is wrong with that. Can they be without bias?
Right.
We don't know that a lot of the educated persons in Jamaica do not like the grassroots people.
Can.
So bias is not. Oh, we know that. When you come in the truth, and when you all come in the truth, we know that. There was a time, you remember when we went to we were doing some videos at the American embassy. And then security force and police came up with guns and things. And we stand up to them. They're afraid of them and run. And when you check it out, it was a case where who was at the police station at the time was just giving in to a foreign country's demand, or a foreign country's request to suppress their own people.
Can.
Because you can go there. The only thing you can't do is cause any like to go keep a meeting and then you have traffic problem. You need permission for that. Once you're going to obstruct traffic, you would need permission for that. Right?
And Slack, yes, sir. And you can't have video. You can't
right.
take
The motel says you can't have video or take pictures. So this is how they start to undermine your sovereignty, undermine your freedom. So till 10 years from now, you take this illegality as law. And we see it happening in Jamaica because we had persons in our parliament unconstitutionally. It's as if now you take it as law when you talk about dual citizenship and so when the constitution speak against that. You know, taking it as law because you did it illegally and nobody stood up against it.
Right.
And this is why, you know, I remember I used to hear a person refer to the University of the West Indies as an intellectual ghetto. And it's really true. It's that blasted intellectual ghetto up there. Professors from up there seem to back dual citizenship in House of Parliament. When you have leader, all right, in courts, a local court, you know, you call it a resident magistrate court, RM courts. There is a reason for it to be a resident magistrate court, meaning that the judge must live within the area that he or she is judging. And there's a reason for that. You living there is going to, it gives a surety that, yes, because you live there, you ain't gonna, you're not going to side with things happening inside your jurisdiction that you could have changed. In other words, you know, you're not going to agree to having illegal guns around you. You're not going to allow to having, you know, certain criminalities around you. You are going, it's going to be in your interest to eradicate crime. So in other words, because you live in the area, but no RM can live anywhere. Because you live over there, so now you don't really matter what go on here, so now, as long as I get to pay. That's the thing with Ireland. Right? In our situation with shootings, who have the vested interest in Jamaica? If you have those who have the authority to make the change and to make sustainable change. Sustainable change requires sacrifices. But because you have other citizenship, because you are a dual citizen, you can leave the island anytime. It's not in your interest. As far as you just say, oh,
right,
let's make some money, you know, and when we reach retirement, I won't be living here. Because you are not vested here. You are a citizen of another country. And there are times when that country now, because they know you have citizenship, they make some requests on you. Out of fear of you losing your citizenship, you break your laws to suit them. And you break your laws by taking away the rights of your people just to suit them. So where does it stop? The man at the grassroots who pulls the trigger, he don't have a visa. Many of them has never been to a foreign country. How do they get the guns? Right?
Right.
How we know that? Is you same ones who talk, who they abroad and talk against Jamaica. Oh, no wicked down a yard there, no this, no that. Is who no sending the guns and drugs. Well, not the drugs. Because drugs don't really pass through Jamaica. You have cocaine out here,
Right.
but their drugs pass through. But the guns is the problem on the ground. Who is sending it? The government control the ports. Why you can't find it? Why you can't find it? They have anti-money laundering laws. Now these agencies that do money transfer from one country to Jamaica, many of them is controlled by other races, you know. Few of them controlled by black people, you know. And those other races who control it, them are the money launderer, you know. How are you going to ask a rapist to make laws against rape? What do you think will happen? He's going to find a way to make rape legal. Shalom, Yabashima Shabrakata. What you doing, sir?
Yes, Shalom, Yabashima. How are you going on?
You know, we're deciphering, we're looking at Jamaica, what's happening here in terms of crime.
Right.
You know, Trinidad, not much different still, you know.
Nah.
Yeah. There was an incident last week. I don't know if you call it incident or accident. On purpose. Last week, Sunday.
Yeah.
8 persons were unalive. One time.
And I could share some of that and all too. The same thing. It had an incident just a little while ago. Around 6 person get you know, shoot down by the police. So
Police
where a young girl, a 15-year-old was in it as well. You know, and the parents are now seeking justice in that, you know. So yeah, Shalom Yabashim Shrakata, you going Calvan. Have you freeze up?
Like I don't freeze up.
Yeah. So
probably having some internet, some Wi-Fi problems. So I mean, in the Caribbean, we have some situation. You know, 10, 20 years ago, we look at 80. And we say, them wicked, them this, them that.
Yeah.
Not realizing that they put us on the same course to become like 80. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because they have no other. Remember, I know. They know that we are the children of the Most High. They also know that some of their people have our identity.
Right.
So the only thing they can do is to destroy us to let their people keep that identity. But God forbid.
That's right.
It shall not and will not happen.
That's right.
You know? That is why the Most High sent a prophet like Commanding General YAHANNA. In this time, as we can boldly say, to oversee the extraction. Yeah. The general have a big job.
Right.
Get the people prepared for extraction, man. Get it, believe it or not. No turning back on the atrocities that the Most High is flinging on these nations now. Because they are destroying the Lord's people.
That's right.
You're back now, Officer Kayadwan.
I'm gonna jump back out because I stream from the phone right now, but I get the computer back up, but cancel.
Right. Yeah, Shalom Yabashim Shrakata.
Yabashim Shrakata.
Right. We see you freeze up, you know. I was going to throw a little joke, but I'm not bother because if you want freeze up when you're ready to. Also, you freeze up in the summer. But
Right.
they get freeze up more time. We can only just keep the mouth quiet because, you know, I'm not freezing up this time. Yeah.
Lucky, sir. The academy go hard. I wonder how I go hard.
Yeah, man. So they have a couple of the brothers, them page. The thing is, you know, all the forces coming. All right. When a woman is pregnant, she goes through 9 months. During the 9 months, she feels some pain and thing. But you know, when it's her worst time, when she's about to be delivered.
Right.
Same thing with us. Our redemption draweth nigh, man. That's why you have these atrocities happening. And persons in their church, not knowing, many of these black Christians out here, not knowing that them same crime and thing that is happening is who cause it. Is who tell the young men them say the laws of God done away with and they not have to follow it. So if they don't have to follow it, don't feel bad when time them break it. Because you teach them that they don't have to follow it.
That's right.
And one of the laws of God said, thou shalt not kill. So now that they become top shotters, don't be angry. Don't be angry. All right, this CIA paper now, we have somebody else jump in. Oh, I don't see me. All right, so take some more reading on the CIA paper. Where is it? Right here. So, you know, Trinidad probably need to do some investigation if there's CIA people working there too. Why is it that Jamaica is and Trinidad on the same violent path? All right, so right now, Wolf said his publication has tagged over 2,000 CIA agents all over the world through a scientific screening of public sources. So they are, I think Wolf is a trained intelligence man. So I'm using training now to track other intelligence officers and where they are operating in the world. He have a scientific method to do it. Obviously, he can do it because he was trained in gathering information. So, instead now, scientific screening of public sources, including foreign service files, diplomatic ledgers, and State Department biographical material. It's really not all that difficult to spot them. That's what this man says. Well, this article was from about in the 80s. I suppose it get more difficult now to spot them. But then again, the training that they would give to the intelligence officers has increased. So it's probably the same. Somebody will get the training can spot them easy. All right. Because the bulletin research pattern has consistently buttonholed agents with job descriptions such as research analyst, operations officer. So these are, well, they're probably changing names that they would give to a lot of these foreign workers now. Probably wouldn't call them a research analyst or a operations officer. Probably have other names for them now, right? Politics officer. Well, anyone who name politics officer, you know, definitely, and you know him definitely a spy. Economics officer, you might not pick up on that name because, you know, within the Caribbean here, we know that economic-wise, there's a lot of foreigners who is assisting the government with the economy. Well, They are spies. They don't come from here. They are spies. They report back to their country. He said some governmental agencies invent fictional positions to facilitate as covers for agents. So these are just covered names given for the CIA agents that will operate in the country. And many of these positions are fictional. In many cases, some people don't even realize they are employed by the CIA. You hear that? So you're working for a company and you think you're working for a company when you're actually working for the CIA. But hold on, I don't think the CIA is the only one now doing such a thing. You know, you have a French government in Jamaica now on the wharf. You can never tell. Yeah.
So like you, sir, I'm going to ask you if, you know what I mean, which you basically answer the question, but I ask you if enough of our government officials are work alongside people who them don't know they are CIA operatives.
Of course.
Can.
That is happening. Worse like how Russia is back on the rise and Russia start link back with Cuba. So you know that they're going to put Jamaica on the radar again. But
Can.
They, from the long time they know Jamaica and no go communist. So they're just wasting the time. They figure they are just doing their job 9 to 5. This is where we have a problem with persons, even within our government. They do some little foolishness and tell about they are just doing their job. Treat people some way because they get away with it. I'm just doing my job. The only thing we want, when I make sure when time payday, I can get my money. Where is the responsibility to your people? Right. And if you think you don't have a responsibility to your people, don't complain when them kind of crime happen. Right? Officer Sawapiala, you have anything on what happened in Trinidad, what you talk about? I can read maybe after me pause here or so.
Nah. I want to put think for the article, but it's basically, you know, something similar to where you're bringing out now. So just as like the story go coincide now. So it's like you saying something and actually like a reflection now.
All right.
So, yeah.
So you have something that you can bring out.
No, not at this point. No.
Because we want to know what's going on over there now. Because a lot of our people here in Jamaica believe that Trinidad, because they try fly to Trinidad and then get turned back.
Mm-hmm.
They believe it's the black Trinidadians them doing it. Even though most of the time they are the ones they encounter at the airport. But they are working for somebody else.
Yeah.
How many Indians get deported to India from Trinidad?
Mm-hmm. That ratio is very low. It's real low, and it might be low to none. So it's like yeah. So it's like,
and yet
go ahead.
Right. And yet still you have Jamaicans, of which Trinidad is a member of the CARICOM. Jamaica is a member of the CARICOM, and they are deporting their CARICOM citizens like I don't know what. That's because Trinidad is controlled financially. The financial control of Trinidad is in the hands of the Indians, the East Indians. Yeah. Who look out for their people.
That's right.
But many of our blacks are learning the ways of the East Indians. And is putting it on using the same tactics over Jamaicans, over other blacks, even within Trinidad. Right? All right, so they figure they are just doing their job 9 to 5. Wolf went beyond naming names at his press conference here. In some instances, he gave out the agents phone numbers, addresses, dates of arrival in the country, previous assignments, even description of some cars belonging to ranking agents, including the car license plate number. So this is why now at the embassy now they tell you they don't want you to film them gate. Because when you're filming the gate, maybe one of them agents who hiding from some killers in the Middle East, in Jamaica, and
from
because
Iran.
them know, yeah, repeat.
Salakia, sir. I say from Iran, Salakia.
Right, and they know how to spot. If you get intelligence training, you know how to spot an intelligent officer. You can be wrong, but you're going to trust your instinct. So they might just see your video and say, "Oh, so this is where I'm hiding. I'm hiding in Jamaica." Well, that they can understand, but don't tell me so me can come on the roadside out of embassy. Not filming a gate, but filming maybe where you have the gay flag, right? Or me just out there talking, not causing any, not breaking any law, not violating your reason for not wanting people to film your gate, right? And yet till you come down with guns,
right?
And you want to violate the rights of the local people in the country. Right? He claimed the agent have spurred social uneasiness by encouraging selected merchants to exacerbate food and fuel short. Jesus peace. Well, it's the first me read this one from your talk about CIA meddling in Jamaica, you know. Listen this again. God, I might be too. You're not probably you're not gonna know, but you must hear people talk about food shortage in the time.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, cancer.
Hear what this said now. He claims the agent have spurred social uneasiness by encouraging selected merchants to exacerbate food and fuel shortages. There was a time when you did have food shortage out here during that time when the CIA intervention in Guam. So how you can tell me now that the CIA did not have an operation in Jamaica, to which this day we are left with the legacy from that operation? This murdering of 8 people it has to be placed squarely at the government feet. Why shouldn't it be placed at your feet? All the guns pass your port and you are the ones controlling the port.
Right.
Why did you allow this thing to happen? Why did you allow your government to be run by somebody that was unconstitutional? And many of your excuses that because, boy, if we never do it, then we'd have a war. Make the war happen. All you think changes may happen. You can't be afraid. Anything you're not prepared to die for is not worth keeping in it. So you're going to tell me now, so now you have a family, your lovely kids there, your nice young daughters, man come in there now, but because you don't want them kill off all of you, you're going to watch your daughter get raped.
Right.
And you don't try to do anything. You're going to try. If you're even going to die trying. But because you were like-minded like the CIA and didn't like your people, you allow it to happen.
Right.
And to show that you did not love, to show that you did not love your people, you all until this day have done nothing to correct what happened. All right, so now there's a selected shortages of food and weapons are often funneled to political terrorists for confrontations which promote fear and uncertainty. Wolf said his list is not the result of any contacts he has within the CIA. And he noted this may not be the total picture of CIA involvement here. In other words, he's writing about what he can see from the outside. So imagine what is really happening on the inside. He said the CIA force in Jamaica consists of the chief, deputy chief, 5 operations officer, 2 telecommunications officers, so them bug phones. Another is expected soon, another telecommunications officer. 5 secretaries and record keepers. And there is 1 actual foreign service officer who performs some joint activities with the CIA, though he is apparently not a CIA officer. So they employ people.
Right. Salakia, sir.
Yeah.
On the topic of the CMs, you know what I mean, them having and even bugging phones too, you know, saying having them operatives all over in a government. Do they have like what them they call now groups like the Maroon? What you think about like the Maroon movement we are push right now? Where them are, this person just pop up out of nowhere and you know what I mean?
They work with whatever groups they can find to further their agenda, you know.
Something at one point, sir, me hear them say one person internet.
All right, now you know. One, let me see.
Need buffer still. Yeah, nothing. Make it freeze up again.
Freeze up again. All right, let me read some more on the article. All right. Over to the 3rd column now. Shortly after apartheid blackout, Kazman listed CIA chief for Jamaica. Kinsman was listed CIA chief for Jamaica. His home at 1 Carmel Avenue. Wow, even the address. In fashionable, Jesus, look what I mean there now. In fashionable Cherry Gardens district. Okay, it was bombed. Then bomb it.
Okay. I've a teacher the article if you want to read and all too, so you can see like what's going on in Trinidad now.
All right, there's a Mercury.
Yeah, I would read a little piece side, right? It say 6 shot dead by police in Freeport, right?
Okay.
6 people, right? 5 men and 1 woman are dead after shootouts with police in Freeport just before midday on August 14th, right? Details are still sketchy, but police sources told Newsday that about 11:35 a.m., officers of the Criminal Investigation Department of Cuba responded to reports of a robbery about 6:30 a.m., right? Went to Razak Trace Report, right? When they got there, they were allegedly fired upon, right? Yeah, they say. Police said, in keeping with the TTPS, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, use of force policies, officers returned fire shooting 6 people in the exchange. All 6 were taken to the Cuba Health Facility where they reportedly died. So now,
Six of them dead.
yeah,
All 6 died.
all.
Mm-hmm.
So again, so you see, even though as you say, it's basically like the same effect. It's like a ripple effect. So now eight in Jamaica, and you see the 6 here. Now they're using it like, as I say, the police keeping with the, you know, based on the requirements, they
Yeah.
responded.
Mm-hmm.
But you telling me in that response now, and then again, it have a lot of things coming out of the story as the time go on now, because this is just a back date from that time. But now it had different, you know, views coming out, because some of the parents or the people say that, oh, they're going and do, you know, their own private autopsy now, right?
Mm-hmm.
To see whether, you know, what coming out, because as I say, they say there was fire upon. Who fire upon them?
Mm.
So
Them, it's them fire and the police. You want to say them so worthless that all 6 of them dead and
nobody
one truck get shot.
yeah. So it show, you know, most of the time where we just recognize and it end up is like, hey, in order to make sure you have no evidence, kill everybody and done. You know, all that song is, oh,
Exactly.
kill everybody and done. So
Leave
when
no witness. No, Salaki, I said leave no witness.
yeah, not case closed. As you say, dead man don't talk. Dead man don't talk.
Yeah, man. So you see, now in Trinidad now, what them do, then get they manage to get the cops to be doing them kind of work. The thing in Jamaica now, it was gangs that they use. They had used gangs to do the work.
So just as like, so it's like a similar situation. So don't feel the police is gangs. They would
All right.
be,
Just
they
legal,
would,
just a legal, yeah.
so they would be involved in a lot of these crimes that are taking place, because now again, for drugs and gum to come in, it must have, you know, as you say, customs. They are part of it. So they will have the idea on what coming in and what ain't coming in, to do investigation and whatever. So now it's like, if they're bringing in some, that call go make straight up whoever in charge, who getting cut. Because now we have a saying here in Trinidad, you know, the police, like before, so the police now is two different police, because now the police now, they would be, let me say, what we call bling police. The police before, they would just be living off let me say, a monthly salary. So now when you watch the police now, it's like, where you obtaining all this income from to die with a paying in the service? So questions this kind of hang over that now. So now it's showing, you know, the money that they're paying police for you to acquire certain things. You can't acquire that unless you're involved in something that is illegal.
Right.
So
Or something that you're not reporting the income of. Yeah.
So
Which generally is an illegal activity.
and what it is do as well too is like that there's usually that, let me say, the ticketing system right now here is like, it have a day that they would come out to just generate, let me say, to randomly pick and choose So if you fall in the mix and you're not up to date, you get a ticket. And the same person who passed, let me say let me say traffic tickets. So they say you and that person might have similar, let me say, conditions or mightn't have up to date certain things with inspection. But you might be the unfortunate one. It's like how we say, but I unlucky. Like it wasn't my day. Because you see, so it's like when they do that now, they would, let me say, pick and choose on who, you know, they would deem or who they would, you know, want to take advantage and move. And out of 100, you know who's the one that's be taken advantage of. Even though everything up to date, the finding some fault to get you that ticket. And then even though, like in contesting the justice system, it's so rigged. It's like they're paying it up for the contest, but really and truly it has no contest in it. There's no contest.
It just listen to you and then him say, okay, so can you pay the money now?
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's like that way it is. And then they say, yeah, we're going on again, yeah. I'll get a month. So like them gain a leniency. And they would not question, you know, the officer or whoever is there at that time who presents the ticket. So it's like they safeguarding, even though the person show up, they would, you know, that based off of our experience and seeing that they didn't question the officer is like, hey, was this conversation or did this conversation take place with you and the individual? Nah. It's like, hey, yeah, what's going on? This is the offense. There wasn't thing at this time. You pay this, that is it. You're wasting your time. And I them Indian and them. And East Indian and them. Because they say down in these positions, that's the reality. Yeah.
Yeah, man. They find another way to do the same BS on the people. Hey, Officer Kayadon.
Cancer.
All right. We always talk about the CIA involvement in Jamaica. Now, each time we talk about it, you get little and little more information. The man who was named as the CIA chief for Jamaica at the time, he was named Kinsman. Guess where he live?
Which part?
According to this article, he was living in Cherry Gardens, man.
Okay. Good.
Right uptown.
Can.
So I'm sit down right there, right in Cherry Gardens, pushing the field on the poor people.
Can.
All right, let me read down some more now. They bombed his house, but he was not injured. Police have no leads and theories range from an assault by outraged leftists to a deliberate act by conservatives seeking to weaken Prime Minister Michael Manley's People's National Party by drawing sympathy for the U.S. Embassy staffers and rightist American parties who are backing Edward P.G. Seaga's Jamaican Labour Party's drive to win control of the government. Yeah, you see, out here, they talk about these things and they do these things behind closed doors. But what they don't know is that after a while, CIA don't give a rat's ass about you. They talk everything.
Right.
So CIA attack, then put this thing published from, well, I don't know when they put it up on the CIA website. It probably not necessarily gone up on the website from 1980, but bit by bit them release information. So I tell you right out that was the aim American parties who are backing Edward P.G. Saga Jamaica Labour Party's drive to win control of the government. The Liberal People's National Party has instituted social reforms which have irritated the middle class and worried investors. I don't know what are the people that the Liberal People's National Party. They must say no. All right. Follow this. The Liberal People's National Party has instituted social reforms which have irritated the middle class and worried investors. Nothing about communists. You see? Others listed as CIA agent in Jamaica are William A. Moffett, Patricia A. Dolan, Florine Cox, Thomas J. Balwig, William Goodson. You see much names? One word per name. Wolf also listed Pearson as one of 8 persons serving as CIA staffers in Jamaica between 1976 and 1979. You see, me always tell you, say, that CIA invention had nothing to do with communists because they know that Michael was not going communist. See them put it there? The party instituted social reforms which have irritated the middle class. What were those social reforms? A woman now working and get pregnant is entitled to maternity leave. You're working, you're employed for a certain time, you're entitled to leave, vacation leave, sick leave, leave of absence, and other things. These are social reforms. And you see, these irritated the Jamaican middle class. And investors got worried because now they have to pay you. There is a minimum wage because there was none. And now also they would have to honor the woman's right to leave what you call maternity. And this angered those persons, and what they do, they run to the United States. So it was all about slavery. So me know me attack say. I said it has nothing to do with communists because they know that Jamaica had that gun 14, AK-47 14 communist party, which they didn't see. They turn a blind eye to that, the party there. They were never in power, yes, but they were the ones with the strong arms. The one that was in power only had social reforms. Social reforms, maybe study some, get some ideas. And he could have get the ideas from same America, because America is one of the biggest socialist countries in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah, man. In America, you know, if you lose a job, you get them call it, you get money, same way for a year or two. You know, get a full pay, but you get a portion of the pay until you find a job. You know which other country have that? Cuba. You know who don't have that? Jamaica. So you lose a job in Jamaica, you get what you don't get. You're on your own. And yet still that country now come and mash up our system and mess up our young men because of slavery. They didn't want these social. You see, who was complaining? The middle class. Because now, remember I said the middle class, in order for him go to work, you know, what am I to do? I have to get a helper. Him have the gardeners and him have the house help. Have 2 house help and a gardener. And now the government put in what you call minimum wage, which means that they have to pay them a certain amount of money. So they were angered. Same thing with the investors. Why would these people be angry? Because now they can't work for nothing. They have to pay one thing. And these were the ones who destroyed, who sided with America and destroyed the youth because they want their labor for nothing. It was all about slavery. Move on the backside and go. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
No matter where you're content, they come.
Sorry.
There's a set of wicked backside. You know, when Revelation say again, grant unto them dole. All because you want to keep the people in poverty and in slavery. You come and you do all this. Well, here it is. You know, deal with it. The only terrible thing is that appear black people are shot. Right? All right. So now it
Revelation 18.
Yeah, man, find it. Just hold it. I'll read something and then we'll go on to that. So it angered the middle class and investors. Right. Let me see if I can touch the last thing. The black Jones, the black named as a CIA agent in Jamaica, was slated to be hit. Police said they uncovered a plan which called for Jones' house to be blown up. Jones is one of the 6 who has departed. Press reports in the U.S. have indicated that Manly's People's National Party had invited Wolf to come to Jamaica and make the report in order to use the statement for political purposes. Wolf said he came on his own free will. In response to a commitment to see the CIA checked in Jamaica, Wolf said that in response to a commitment to see the CIA checked in Jamaica. In other words, he said CIA, Wolf thinks the CIA running too free, man, so we need to check them. Come out with investigative skill and publish the article. Other press reports noted that the Daily Gleaner, which is a privately owned and influential publication, was not invited to Wolf's press conference, but Wolf said all the media were invited. But the Gleaner refused to dispatch any reporters. So they invite them, but they never send nobody. Gleaner then wrote blistering editorials columns which called the CIA report nonsense. You see that? The Gleaner, our local, somebody tell us them try to cover it, the CIA don't give a rat's out about it. Release the information afterwards. So them write and tell the people locally through the Gleaner. The CIA thing is nonsense, man. Well, it is there on the CIA website. Wolf went on to note that the 3 CIA chiefs for Jamaica in the last 8 years are still active elsewhere. Thomas J. Keyman, who served as chief in Jamaica from 1973 to 75 as being the CIA chief for Santiago, Chile since December 1979. So they moved them around. All right, I think we cover enough information. So you see, the middle class and the same investors is who don't want to see the youth come up because what? I don't want to pay them the money they want their labor for little or nothing. Yeah. So they push crime and violence upon them. And I mean so right there in the CIA website. So take up no case with CIA and leave I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica alone. Right? Go on take up no case with the CIA, man. And them at uno side with them and now them talking for uno. You know, like a 2-man make up and go commit a crime and then one keeps silent, but the other one talk everything. And that is the CIA. See, I don't hold nobody's secret. After a while, all information get declassified.
Right.
They might hold back some because they might think that it's still a little sensitive, but it will get declassified eventually.
So like yeah, sir. Like the Bible said, never trust thine enemy. You know what I mean?
All right, so I'll give you two scriptures before we close. I'll give you that one, and I'll give you the Revelation one. Give you the Revelation one, and then which one you want to do first? Never trust thine enemy, so like you should have come before grant unto them double.
No, we never have that, you know, sir. We just start relate to that.
We can't find him, man.
Yeah,
continue,
sir. All right, in the meanwhile, let me just...
No, man, finish your
again,
finish what you say. I'll search for that one. Never trust thine enemy.
Yeah, man. Salakia, just to say, you know what I mean? The Bible said, never trust thine enemy. You know what I mean? And make no covenant with them. You know what I mean? So them things, boy, them linking up with our oppressor because them want to oppress we. See? It will help them. But eventually them leak the information. Them tell you what kind of deal them did have with them and how them help to facilitate the oppression. You understand? And them should know in a 2 days time, sir, them should know because I watch a lot of documentary where the CIA just blatantly tell you what them used to do. So if them work with the CIA in them time, them should really think twice because later on in the next 5 or 10 years, we are going to know exactly what going on. You understand?
There we also found in the article that you have persons from the CIA who choose selected suppliers who hold back food and fuel. Right there in the article. So that was just now the Carneal thing was deliberate. Yes.
Like I said, that brings me to the point when I was my parents used to send me to the shop.
Yeah.
And I can vividly recall lying, punishment,
you get a pound of flour.
And then they will match like female items to a pound of cornmeal.
Them married goods.
I remember I was insulted as a child, waiting in line to get a piece of saltfish to carry home to my mother. That was in the 80s. It brings me right back as you speak now. I wouldn't want to call it.
It is that, you know.
It was
late 70s.
Yeah, late 70s,
because
so early 80s.
No, as Edward Tiaga, when things change. And so people
maybe I was like about 6 years old or something.
What them say? Liberation, freedom. Because everything now come back on the shelf after I win. But it was the CIA's work, right?
Right.
That legacy, because what did they do to get to that point? They push crime on the young men. They teach the young men how to commit murders. And that was not the only thing they teach them, but that is the problem today. You see, Clarendon in the news and people afraid of Clarendon. Manchester have way more crime than Clarendon. Clarendon just have more murders. It shows you that what sticks out in the crime report is murder. Yeah. Ecclesiasticus 12 and
10. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
All right. So you are the racist. The thing says you want to go for. If you don't trust them, you'd better know so you don't trust them. You Indians and Chinese and Arabs and whoever water. You know, keep on trusting the white man. We know so we don't trust Uno and them, but Uno need to know so you don't trust them white man. Yeah, and them make up and do something, them come talk after. They stay there. Because you know the JLP has been tight-lipped and that them not nothing to do with it and blah blah blah. Anybody go on the CIA website and type, you know the thing with them information, you have to know what to type in the search.
Okay.
So you have to kind of search a certain way for the information to come to you, because the information is there.
So like yes, sir. Send me the article, you know, to the private chat. Baba Kwashar.
Yeah, man. Can do that.
THAWADAH, sir.
And you see how it goes though. Yeah, man. Come back and contact Pauno. Man, then use food, they weaponize food and fuel. So it wasn't only the guns that they weaponized. They weaponized food and fuel. All right, private chat. Private chat there. So. Right, so the scripture says, when of it trust our enemies, right, they can give the grant unto them double now.
Gun. This is the book of Revelation.
That is it.
Chapter 18 and verse 6. And it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she has filled to her double.
All right. Now the scripture does the go above that now where to tell you who to talk to. Who it's talking about.
Verse 2. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 2. And it said, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the whole of every foul spirit. Okay.
Finish it. Start that finish.
Can. And a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
All right.
That's it, sir.
So it is talking to Babylon, and the Babylon today is who? Nobody but America.
Right.
So have all the nuclear weapons you want to have. The most some idiot I go here and say, but the Bible right way before man know nothing about no nuclear weapon. If you say that, it's because you don't know the Bible. Because in the same Revelation, it tells you that the one on the red horse was given a great weapon in his hand, and that great weapon is in his nuclear bomb. There it is, right there in Revelation. But how you going to know? You need to come into the truth.
That's right.
I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica and the commanding general YAHANNA. The only thing we do is just teach you the truth, No matter things that we try to indoctrinate nobody or anything like that. I try to tell us where the groups, the idiot groups I do nowadays, I try to get people to kill themselves to go meet Christ.
Right.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that right here, sir. Right? The only thing we do is tell you the truth.
Right.
Free your mind. That's what we do. Free your mind. Right? Trying to keep you alive. Keep you away from these curses. Yeah.
Salakia, if I may, sir, them for remember to them information get out of the Rastafari community. You understand? Get it from, if there's so many different places, right? Lies in Jamaica right now, sir. And them not give them no information like pertaining to how, are the dangers that our people face and how to solve it. Get that in the Christian church. All the Christian church want is your money. They now break down the scripture and tell you, say, yo, World War III are forward. Where you learn that? You learn that from the I.S.U.P.K. Enough of the information them our people run with right now, where them know it's true, sir. Them know it's true, and them a say it biblical. And sir, today, see, me hear, you know, cartel co-accused named Sean Storm.
Yeah.
He must say, see,
yeah,
there is no Christianity in the Bible Where you think them hear that? That the man say, you know, ISUPK talking point that verbatim, you know, because who else would ever say such a thing? The man literally say, yo, him a Christian, but him deal with him Bible. There is no Christianity in the Bible. Which part of them hear them thing there? ISUPK. You understand? So what people for know just know say the ISUPK bring out the truth in them time. Yeah. See? Your Rastafari community nah give you no truth. Right now, them not sure if them want to be, you know what I mean, Pan-Africanists or them want to be Christians. It's between two of them. Them don't know if them want to throw away the Bible or they want to go down to Egypt.
And I take up the Bagan Vida. Wait, Bagan Vida name? The Hindu book. The Hindu book.
See, you know, and no, sir, because of the ISUPK, now our people know. Say, you see that something there where them have upon them head? Anolax, it come from East India, and so much so that we are get brothers a send with video a confirm where we are set.
That's right.
From the very mouth of the Rasta.
Right.
Yeah, because many of the older Rastas. But we wonder why you know them truth, they are still in it. It's really true that they can't throw new wine in an old bottles, you know, because they have become Rasta elders now, you know. Them can't change. Them not see themselves as changing. Right. Anyways, your last word from Officer 5000 Sawapiala.
Guy used to have on point, everything on point, and you know, just like you're bringing out. It's so important right now, as I say, as we always remind brothers and sisters, you know, to come to class or to get yourself in class. Wherever, you know, the ISUPK has school set up, find yourself in these classes, because now it is so important right now, as we see a government falling, just as, you know, he brought out in the scripture there. Let us pay attention right now, and let us, you know, as our people and, you know, coming to fruition or coming back to our culture, gravitate towards truth, because now the truth outside and the only place you can really find the truth is in the ISUPK under command in general. Right?
Right. The truth you will you will only find the truth under command in General today.
That's right.
And when we say that, a lot of people believe that we are saying things that is not in the Bible. But in other words, you will only find the truth in the ISUPK. Who is over ISUPK command in General? That's basically what we tell you. We tell you. So you will only find the truth. And there's no time from Genesis to Revelation where the Most High have his people that him know our prophet who him deal with. When I read after Christ, who was God dealing with, or who was Christ dealing with? Peter. Even though you had Paul, who said the apostle of the Gentile, Paul reported to Peter. Who is reporting today? Commanding General YAHANNA. That's him on reporting to Christ. And many of your fake Israelite group. All because they want to get some money in the pocket. They know the truth, you know. I know what I said there, but you know, they want to get some money in the pocket. Well, you can learn a skill, you know. You can get some money some other way other than to be telling lies to people. Yeah, you farm fake Israelite group and a collect, just so you can collect some money. Yeah, man. But you know, we hearing the truth. We're not collect. All we're doing is trying to get our people. We are the ones trying to get our people on the right side of life, right? And away from this, what has come over Jamaica and what is dominating the landscape of Jamaica now is crime. And the crime that is dominating the landscape of Jamaica is the crime that was taught to our people by the CIA. Right? As instigated by the investors and middle class in Jamaica who wanted to keep the people enslaved. Because we believe, a lot of our people believe that is only the chains, that the chains represent slavery, you know. Free labor is slavery, you know. Free labor under law is slavery. That was what slavery was all about, to get your labor for free. So if they can get your labor for free, or little or nothing without the chains, that doesn't mean you're not in slavery. You're just another kind of slave. All right, so with that, we pass the class to Priest and Officer Kayadwan.
All right, clap it up.
We can just do the thing there on the Lord's Prayer.
All right, sir. All right, these are the ISUPK security announcements, where the ISUPK started out of 1 West 120th Street, New York, and commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers chapter 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3 verse 8 to 10. Means 10 in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'aishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocation, so we have the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. Salakia, sir, I have it on my phone, sir, but the search might be a bit long. Yeah, can, sir.
All right, let me give it to you.
Can one cut.
The date for the next. Remember, memorial and the blowing of the trumpet is the thing there. Is the next high holiday, right?
Yeah, can one cut, sir.
All right, memorial and blowing of trumpet is Wednesday, the 2nd of October, 2024.
Can one cut. 2 hours, sir.
Right.
All right, reminding Akiam and Akwatiam to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. A brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, we say Imadium, which means to stand. Turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and then in English. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabashamaya.
Shabashamaya.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Aya.
Aya.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwatka.
Malakwatka.
Taba'a.
Taba'a.
Batazaka.
Batazaka.
Aya.
Aya.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Aya.
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 Bashamaya.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathalanawa.
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 Lakam.
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 Kal.
Kal.
Like,
Yawam.
Sorry,
Yawam.
are you hear me? Oh,
Can.
Wasalak nawa.
Kawabwat nawa.
Kawabat nawa.
Kawabwat.
Kasalak nawa.
Kasalak nawa.
Kawabwat nawa.
Kawabat nawa.
Wala.
Wala.
Tabaya nawa.
Tabaya nawa.
Bayanawa.
Alsayawan.
Abal.
Parasayawan.
Abal.
Awashai nawa.
Alshaya nawa.
Awashanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Malakwa.
Wa'ala.
Paala.
Wahala.
Wathapara.
Watapara.
La'aiwalamyam.
La'aiwalamyam.
Aman.
Aman.
In English, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh.
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on in earth as it is in heaven.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts.
Give us our debt.
As we forgive our debtors.
And we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Lead us from temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom and the power.
For thine is the kingdom and the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever so be.
Forever so be.
Forever so be.
Forever so be.
We're going to give one courtesy salute to Officer Abadawan, men of Israel. I'm Adium Shabbat. I'm Adium. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem
Yahweh Hashem Barakatam.
Yaramata. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Sar, which means to turn. I'm Adium Shabbat. I'm Adium. Barak.
Yahweh Shemai Alatan.
Yahweh Shema Alatan Basham, Yahweh Shema.
Yaramata. Class.
Hold on, before you say dismiss. I'm going to bring up something here, so. Before we dismiss. The article that we were reading, look at the bottom of the article. The last place there, approved for release. What's the year on it?
2010.
And when did this happen?
All right.
70s.
Can.
And you see when they release it? 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So much years after. So them believe that the CIA are going to keep secrets for them forever. All right, Shalom.
Yeah, Shalom.
All right. You can take it out, Officer Kairan.
Yeah, man, cancer.
All right, Shalom.
All right, so to everybody watching, remember, like, share, subscribe, depending on the platform that you're watching on. You know what I mean? Get inside these classes. You understand? You know the thing already. And with that, shalom.